Hello and welcome back to Kapow Collective. This is day one of Manchester Comicon 2025.
Yes.
Technically it's not day one.
We are recording this a couple of days after. We were very tired from day one. Didn't manage to get any good sleep the night before, so was absolutely burnt out, so we figured we can just do it a couple of days in advance, because it's not like we forgot. Wrote down a list of obviously the things that we wanted to cover. But yeah.
So, start it off. When we first got there was a lot of people queuing to go in. And as we expected, it is a lot smaller in comparison to both Liverpool and Birmingham.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say it was much smaller than Birmingham. I think it's because of the layout.
Yeah.
But it was smaller, definitely, based on the amount of vendors that was at both the events.
Yeah.
And there was extra space in that Birmingham as well for like quiet area.
Yeah. But that's not to say that we didn't enjoy it, because we have thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been fantastic. Day one, obviously, we had a walk around, so we did the majority of the walk around in the first hour, sort of getting our bearings of where everything is. As you've mentioned, the vendors, there were some that were the same as what we saw in Birmingham and we've seen in Liverpool before. Some were new, but there wasn't as many compared to Birmingham. But again, we knew this going into it, because we've already spoken to a few people, that Manchester isn't as big as other events.
It's still big as well, not to downplay on the sides, but it's still big. Especially in comparison to, again, Hull.
Yeah, but just so obviously you've got like a comparison, Birmingham was a lot bigger. But I think, again, like you said, it's the layout, because it was two halls, so it's like one big space to sort of like fill, but yeah. So day one, we did quite a few different things. We'll talk about the after party, because we'd booked it this time.
We did.
We've not done it for Birmingham, because I don't even know if they did one for Birmingham. Probably did, but didn't see it. We've never done it for Liverpool before. We were going to do it for Manchester, but they'd sold out of tickets. But then a few days before we came, I saw that they had 10 tickets available, so they must have released a few extra. So I thought, well, let's just jump on that. So we went to the after party on Saturday after the event shut at 6. First thing I think we'll talk about is the food. So the food there, we had quite a few choices. There was an indoor cafe, indoor cafe that sold like breakfast sandwiches and then a few other bits throughout the day. Then there was like an outdoor courtyard area which had different like food trucks. We tried 2 of them over the weekend. On Saturday we had the pizza place.
Yeah.
They had 4 or 5 different pizzas that you could choose from. We just went for like the standard margherita pizza, but it was a 12-inch and it was only £10. So I thought the pricing for the food for Manchester was a lot better compared to Birmingham and Liverpool.
Yeah.
So the £10 for like a margherita pizza, which is like what you'd buy, like spend at a takeaway anyway, so I don't think the pricing was like that bad.
It was pretty solid pricing, couldn't complain.
And the pizza, believe it or not, was actually really, really nice.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
The only downside to it for me is that the base was pre-packaged.
Yeah, but then I can sort of understand why.
For the speed, obviously they've got a lot of people come in for the pizzas. I mean, whilst we were stood there must at least have been 20 orders all going at the same time in a room that was maybe 8 by 8 foot.
Yeah.
It wasn't big.
It was tiny.
And they had 4 staff members already in there, and they had like a really good circulation process of pizza goes in, gets cut up, comes around, and then they've got someone to obviously pass it on to you, and you got ticket numbers. So it was very well organised. But the actual taste overall was a solid pizza.
It was. I quite liked it actually.
Yeah.
It tasted a lot better than what I was expecting it to taste. Like I thought it was just going to be like quite a standard pizza, but it was really nice actually.
Generously cheesed.
There was a lot of cheese on there, which is right up my street. I think our number was like 67 or something, and we ordered at like 12:15. So to say they've had 67 people since whatever time that they opened, I think that's quite a lot.
So there's not a lot of people when they get there in the morning, they're going to instantly go out and get a pizza at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock sometimes.
But my only downside to day one was because there was a lot of people there, and like we said, it was a much smaller venue. It was very crowded. So if you're not a massive fan of like crowded situations, it was quite claustrophobic at one point. When we've been to Liverpool and Birmingham, there's been chances to like go outside and have some space and like a bit of a breather, then you can go back in again, so it's not as bad. This time around, we was queuing to get out of the venue, so it was a bit too much at one point. But again, that's just like a downside for me. I know a lot of the people wouldn't mind it.
If you're alright with big crowds of people and being around in that type of situation where you're going to be close to other people, it was just manageable, but we needed to go out for a few breaks in between. We're not the only ones because, as you know, there's a lot of people outside as well.
It was very, very warm.
It was part of the filtering process which they fixed for day 2.
Which you'll hear about in day 2 video. But yeah, that was the only downside. It was just a lot of people in a small situation, which we sort of like knew going into it that was kind of what was going to happen, because we've spoken to people and they said it does get quite crowded. So all in all, I think it was quite a fantastic experience. The Cantina bar.
It was an interesting experience. It didn't open for the first half of the day. I'm assuming that's why they prepared and got everything ready upstairs, because they'd partnered up with Stoneforge.
Yeah, the mead company.
Yeah, they do like a sparkling mead. That's like the main drink that you'll come across. It's delicious. It's very nice.
Even this normal still mead is fantastic.
First time I ever got one was in Liverpool. They come in glass bottles then, which I preferred to cans. But I couldn't believe how good it was, to the point where I actually messaged them on Instagram telling them how nice it was. But yeah, going up to the canteen bar, the staircase getting up was a little bit awkward because you had people coming down whilst people was coming up at the same time. Just required a bit of thinking.
I think as well with some of the people that were in cosplay, because there was quite a lot of like Star Wars cosplay, as you'll see from our Instagram. There was a lot of people in like Star Wars cosplay, so there was a lot of like stormtroopers, Darth Vaders, that sort of like big bulky cosplay. So getting up and down the stairs was a bit of a task at some points.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I think the whole bar itself, it was a very cool experience.
Yeah, so the Cantina bar, it was very cosy in there.
Yeah.
Lighting was fun, it was colourful, kind of matches the actual scene. My only downside to it was the cost of drinks. So mainly in the north of England, if you go to like pretty much any pub, club type like situation, you're going to be paying between anywhere from like £3 up to like £5 max for a pint.
Depending on what you want.
Yeah. But like your standard drinks, Beck's, Foster's, Carlsberg, you're looking like for a standard lager, yeah. It's only when you get to like your
Cruise camper
and stuff, when you're looking to pay like an extra £1 more than
like
what you would for a standard one.
Ones.
Yeah, maxing out again at around £6 a pint.
They were £7 here.
£7. And then sometimes even went up to like they had the better like ales and stuff, which was around £8. the bottles of, it was a bottle of water. It was £3.
Yeah, so we got 2 pints and a bottle of water, and you came back and it was like 16 quid or something.
16 quid for £2
So it was
and a bottle
17.
of water.
Yeah. So, and it was just a 500ml bottle of normal standard water. It wasn't like it was branded or anything, and it was £3. So,
Yeah. Something that, sorry.
You go.
So I don't know if any of you from Monopoly events will watch this video, but I think because people are already spending a lot of money on tickets, food and stuff when they're there buying stuff, obviously for the event, possibly, like, I understand alcoholic drinks because that's a luxury to have that. So that's, yeah, fair enough. That's fine. But water, £3 for a single bottle is
a bit steep.
Yeah. It's a bit unfair because you need water at these type of events because you're doing a lot of walking around. There's a lot of people there, so it gets like hot in there.
So one of our like helpful tips, especially if you're trying to like save money, take your own like
water,
food and drink, especially water. Like just get one of the big bottles. I know it's going to be quite heavy to carry around at the start of the day, but it'll save you.
Yeah.
It'll save you £3 every time you want to drink.
And if you think of it this way, you can go to like a local Asda or Tesco's and you can get a crate of like 12 500ml bottles of water for around the £3 mark. For 12. Get one of them instead and take 4 bottles with you, then at least you know you're guaranteed 2 bottles of water for the day, which will make it a little bit more manageable.
There was also the pints. You can get a pint of a soft drink, so like Coke, Fanta, Sprite, lemonade, whatever. They were also £7, so we just kept getting like a pint of Beck's each, because I was like, well, if it's going to be the same price for an actual pint of beer or a soft drink, you may as well just go for the beer. But yeah, so the cantina bar, like throughout the day, it does get quite busy, so we had to sit on like a few tables with like strangers, but they were nice people that we talked to.
Yeah.
But obviously there's not a lot of seating in there, but I would highly recommend going and sitting in there because like the whole experience was very, very cool. Like I'm not a massive Star Wars fan, but even I had like a little bit of a geek out in there. It was very cool, especially when people that were dressed as stormtroopers from downstairs just kept coming in and out just to check that everyone was like behaving. It was quite cool.
Leading on to the after party for it.
Yeah.
So we're not particularly people that like to go out drinking very frequently. Don't know if it's an age thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's just us as people, but
we're old.
It was still a good experience. Like, I think if you are that way inclined, where you enjoy going out drinking and things like that, it would have been fantastic. Because I know 18-year-old me would have loved it in there at the time. So it's definitely worth checking out. I don't think it's too overly priced for the tickets to get in.
No, so it's £11 each for the after party, but if you get the e-ticket, so you can download it onto your phone, it's like an extra 50p for that. So for like both of us, it was £22.50. But I don't know what time it actually shut, because it starts at 6 when the event finishes. I think it's on for a few hours, but I don't know what specific time it actually ends. But we was there for an hour and a half, so we left just after 7:30. We had a good time whilst was there.
Had a good laugh, met some people there that we shared a booth with.
Obviously the drinks was the same as what you could get throughout the day, so you could get like your mead from Stoneforge, you could get all of your like pints or whatever. It was a really good experience. They had a DJ. Obviously loads of people were dressed up in cosplay. Apparently some of the guests that come to the events, so the ones that you can get like your autographs and your photos with, they do get invited. Sometimes they do go, but nobody turned up when we was there. So,
no, someone turned up during the daytime when we went inside.
Yeah.
An unexpected guest.
2 people.
2 people, yeah. So the first person was Ralph Little from Two Pines and Royal Family.
Royal Family, yeah.
He was just casually walking around, went to take a picture of us all in a booth. Out of instinct, I did my normal Obi-Wan's hello there. And then as he was taking the picture, he said, "We are not the droids you are looking for," and then laughed and then just walked away real casually. That was completely unexpected. You will, again, they just walk around the event. We saw 3 people randomly walking around the event.
Yeah.
And that was there obviously for people to get photos with them and stuff.
Yeah.
And then about half an hour later, somebody that wasn't even signed to the event, Lee Francis, just casually walked up, again, took pictures, and then just kind of like wandered off again.
But he was walking around the whole event apparently, because I've seen on the socials that he was getting photos with loads of stuff, but again, didn't even see him there.
No.
We had Stephen Ogg walk out in front of us. Mena, can't pronounce her name. The girl from American Pie. I turned around and I was just like, oh my god, it's Mena. And she walked in front of us, but you missed her.
Yeah.
And then Neil Fanning was also just casually wandering around.
Which Neil was quite
It was
a fun
fantastic.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, for the after party, we would recommend going, especially to the Cantina bar, because it is quite fun, especially if you like to party afterwards.
Yeah, if you're old enough.
Yeah. It is an 18s plus event as well, so if you're under the age of 18 then you can't go. Sorry. It was quite fun, I'd recommend going. Like I say, it's not that expensive for the tickets, so it's worth just giving it a try. But if you didn't want to, you can always do the Cantina bar during the day.
Yeah.
The only difference on the night is they've got a DJ with like louder music and it's more of a party, whereas during the day it's quite chilled. So you can experience without having to buy the extra ticket, so completely down to yourself.
So our normal Incognito and Slab City Comics people
They
wasn't
weren't
there.
there.
There was a smaller collection of comics overall, which was quite surprising. I
think there was only 2, you know.
There was.
But they were big. So like Slab City and Incognito, they've got like a massive
collection,
like of loads of different genres. These ones, they were quite small, so there wasn't that much. It was just your generic like Marvel, DC, Buffy.
Yeah, it was like 1/3 less the size.
Yeah. So there were still some choices, but there wasn't as much as what we've seen in previous ones. But
yeah, there was other stalls there that were selling things like candles, which you do get them at these types of places, but there was like some of them where it's like swearing fingers. There was that American lady that was selling the pumpkins, but it was all like gory type things.
It was a bit of like a witchy, Halloween-y type of stall.
Yeah.
So you could adopt a pumpkin from her. She had little mini ghosts. She had earrings, so like fake ears that you could use as an earring. She had like severed fingers and toes. All sorts of like witchy, Halloween-y stuff, which was kind of my vibe.
I think there was a lot more fantasy stuff there.
There was.
Like you had like a stall that had some like Warhammer 40k things on there. Like real nice dice and things
Dungeons
like that.
and Dragons dice.
Yeah, really, really nice design ones and stuff. There was a lot more mystery bags.
Yeah.
Like the mystery bag selection was massive. There must have been at least 10 of them that all had their own different things, and then they had them ranging in different sizes. So you could get one for like say £10, and then have like a bigger one that was like £50, and it was like a mega box.
Which we have got a separate video for you.
Yeah. We are going to do a separate video where we cover all the stuff that we bought from the event. So we've got a haul of multiple different stuff that we've bought. They are going to come in separate videos. We're going to show some stuff that we did get from day one.
As we mentioned in the Birmingham one, we didn't buy, well, we still bought quite a bit this time around, but we've not bought a lot this time in terms of stuff that we're going to be taking home as memorabilia to keep.
Yeah.
First thing we bought.
This is for my sister.
This is for you, Danny.
It's the marble bath the same one that we got from.
Let me see it.
Yeah, it's in blue, can you see?
I don't know, I can't see anything.
So yeah, so we got this for my sister, it's the marble, that was the first thing we purchased, and the reason why we had to get it there and then is because it was the last one. And my sister's been craving one for a good few years, and when she saw that I'd had one at Birmingham, she was a bit upset. So we got her one then, as a gift.
You're welcome, Danny.
Oh no, technically we bought this first.
Oh yeah, my usual lanyard. To add to the collection. It's not as thick as the other ones. It's literally just 3 separate pages, but as I've explained previously, I like to add them to my collection.
Yeah.
Because I have, for Christmas last year, I made you a scrapbook, didn't I, of all the places that we've been. So I had like things from Comicons that we've been to previously. And I've collected all these lanyards because I want to put them in like a massive picture frame with all the separate photos that we've got from the events.
So our next stop, which is every single time that we go, is going to see Fish.
This was my choice this time because you picked Deadpool and Anakin in Birmingham.
Yeah.
So I picked this lovely Stranger Things number. It's so detailed and cool.
So this is from the Great and Powerful Fish.
I know of every single video that we've done, we do a massive thing about Fish, but the dude is so talented, like, and he's such a lovely guy that talks to you as well. So I think we've been doing his head in, going to see him quite a few times this weekend. But
chatting his ear off.
Yeah.
It is one of the 2 vendors that we
like to talk to every time we go.
Constant.
They're there like for every con as well, for Monopoly events. So there's Fish and then Dean, the hot sauce guy, which again, you can order his hot sauces online. I'd recommend it. They're very, very cool. Mention the hot sauces. I bought 4 more. Shock horror.
I picked one for me this time.
You did?
Because hot sauce usually isn't my forte.
But you tried the 2 that are from the last one, the like the maple spicy mustard and then the mango habanero. I've opened them and they're at home. You wouldn't try them for ages, and then all of a sudden you tried them and he was like, "Oh, they're actually quite nice." I was like, "I've been telling you."
It's not that I didn't think they was nice. I don't handle spice very well.
They're not that spicy, are they?
So the one that I decided to go with is the chipotle chilies with cherries. It's very nice and sweet, but it is also very hot at the same time. But it's not over the top hot to the point where it's like uncomfortable.
It's got a small kick.
You got some new flavours for yourself as well.
I did.
Which
So I got this one, which is called Witch Slap, which is pear, pineapple, and habaneros, which sounds very nice. I've already got my mango habanero one, which I'm assuming this one is Winona Spada. It's going to be quite similar too.
And the next new one is a
it was called Pumpkin Spice. So it's pumpkin spiced habanero, which is quite Halloweeny, which I love.
You didn't even try them.
No, I didn't.
You just trust that it's going to be a good product from the get-go.
This one's got a 4 chili spice rating, so I'm assuming this one's going to be the hottest one that I've picked so far. But I didn't try the original 4 that I got from him in Liverpool last year. So as soon as I tried them, I was like, these are fantastic. So I've got another mango habanero because that is my favourite, but I trust that these are going to be just as delicious.
Then I went to, at the very end of the day, I went to the shop that does the lightsabers. I think it's the NeoPixel ones.
Yeah, they are.
And they have a £10 spin the wheel where you have a chance of winning a saber, but they also have other smaller things. Here's a little R2. It's not an R2D2, but it is still an R2, which is quite funky.
What was the other choice? Because you got
R299.
and
then
there was a mini Sabi that you could choose from.
coin.
There was the
Death Star.
There was a purple Death Star. It was like a purple.
A couple of different Death Stars.
It's like a purple, shiny, glittery Death Star,
Yeah.
and I'm surprised you didn't go for that one. You know.
No, I love R2s. They're very funky, super detailed. Obviously, it's a Death Star, so it's still detailed, but I don't know. I just preferred this one over it.
But that was our haul. Like we say, we've got the mystery box bags, whatever challenge. That's like we're doing for a separate video. We've got some more chocolatey, sweety things to try. But yeah, panels.
Yeah, so we made it for Neil Fleming's panel for Scooby-Doo. We got the full thing recorded, but I need to ask permission first that I'm allowed to post it, because as we started to record Sean Astin's,
You got in trouble.
I got in trouble. Not trouble, she didn't like shout at me or anything like that. She was just asking if basically I've got a media pass. I did message a week in advance, but it might have been too late for it to come across the message, because I'm assuming they come across a lot of them. But in the future, we want to be able to get as many of like the big panels as possible to bring to the channel for extra content for you. So yeah, that's something that's in progress now, of trying to get us more access so we can show you other parts of Comicon that you don't normally see. But we'll keep you updated on that as it progresses.
The panel area itself, though, was quite spacious.
Very spacious, very well.
Very easy to access as well.
Yeah.
If you couldn't get a seat, there was a lot of space like at the back and around the sides, so you can always stand and watch.
Yeah.
I feel like the viewing area itself.
It was great.
Yeah. Like, can't fault it, like you could see the whole stage, so there was nowhere where you could stand unless you're like right at the back of the other side of the hall.
And I think what I liked is that it wasn't boarded off like the other ones. Like I get why they board it off for like sound and video and stuff, because obviously if you've got different light sources coming in, the videographers have to come up with other ways of dealing with that. But because it was part of it all, it felt better. It didn't feel like you was entrapped in anything. It was an open space. Literally right next to the stage was a signing point, which Valerie was there. It was quite.
It was good.
It was an interesting take on it, because normally when you go to Liverpool, you've got like a full auditorium for it.
Which we like, because obviously it's massive, so you can sit and watch the full panels, and it's quite quiet, so you can actually hear what's going on. But this time around, it felt very like personal.
Yeah.
Like you were a part of the panel. So it was very good. We only managed to watch Neil and Sean. We caught parts of the other ones, which I'm quite upset about, because the boys one was apparently really good.
Yeah, it did seem quite fun.
Yeah, but because we wanted to get like as much done on the Saturday as possible, we just kept getting stuck. But hopefully the future events that we go to, we can get a lot more panels. Obviously it's more things for like you to watch if you've not been.
Going to the cosplay, it was really big at this event. There seemed to be a lot more than what I was expecting. A lot more than the other conventions, I'd say, at Monopoly events. So yeah, on day one there was a lot of other cosplayers. There was different groups of people that had come dressed as like the boys' characters and stuff, for example. There was a lot of them at this event, understandable.
There was a lot more groups of people, like
group costumes.
Yeah. So there was like a lot of big groups of like Star Wars related, the boys related. There was a few families that were dressed the same. So they had like the same sort of theme. So there's like a full Spider-Man family, like a Marvel family, a Joker family. So there was quite a lot compared to what we've seen before, which is strange because like there's a lot that go to like Liverpool for example, but there was like, I don't know if it's because you get to see more people this time
Because it was more
around.
condensed that you could see visibly
Yeah.
more people. Because there is still a lot at like Liverpool and stuff like that. It's I don't know if it was just because it's a smaller like space. It seems that there's more.
Yeah.
So we do have a lot of photos of the cosplayers on our Instagram page. You can go follow at Kapow_Collective. And I also post on my Pixel Pro Yeti account. I'll put links to both of them in the description for you if you're interested in cosplayers.
We are going to do separate videos as well where we'll go through like all the photos that we've taken, well you've taken mainly, from Birmingham and Manchester of all the cosplays. So we'll show you like all the ones that we've seen over the full weekend, and then we'll just do like your top 5 and then what I think was my top 5. We'll add some on the end of this video as well, because you've got a few videos of people we didn't manage to get photos of.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna say mine now. There was a Ghost Rider and he was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, hands down, I think it's my favourite cosplay that I've seen so far.
It was very good.
The effort that went into that costume was fantastic. Like, phenomenal. Whoever you are, great costume. Well done. Some great props.
Yeah, so there was some. There's your standard props there that come there from, like, say, Star Wars, and you've got your Doctor Who, so you've got like your Daleks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
a lot of the villains from them.
They're there for every con that
and
we've
then
been
Ghostbusters as well, but they are a different Ghostbusters group to the East Midlands ones.
These were the Greater Manchester Ghostbusters.
So you have your standard stalls there, them 3. But then when you come across the new Jurassic Park ones, they actually had 2 big dinosaurs. Really detailed set. Then they had a royal family set, which again was super detailed. Had a lot of the stuff based from that time period in like a living room setting.
I think it was the set build from the royal family, so they've kept it very original to the actual set itself.
It's probably all original props used from that series. And then finally was the Gremlins one.
Gremlins Kitchen.
Because you had Zach there doing his sounds and stuff, but they also had the set right next to him, so if you wanted a picture of him, like the selfie style ones, you could actually interact with him on the actual part of the set.
He also brings Gizmo with him.
Yeah.
His little puppet. So you can get a photo with him and Gizmo in the kitchen, which I thought was quite cool.
They had some more retro games, but it was arcades this time, like full-scale arcade machines.
Like old school Pac-Man.
Which is hilarious because obviously at one point we turned around, we saw Jesus. Not actual Jesus, but a guy cosplaying as Jesus playing the machines.
Oh no, there was the Mystery Machine. That was new.
Oh yeah, the Mystery Machine, yeah. So the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo. Yeah, it's the big Mystery Machine van. Again, we've got some pictures of that.
I got a little video as well.
So there's a guy in full like leather motorbike clothes, obviously sat on a motorbike for the entire day.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember seeing him getting up at any point to stretch out or anything, so props to him for doing that.
You asked him, didn't you? He was like, you having fun? He was just like, no, not really. But considering he was sat there for about 10 hours, I don't blame him. There was the statue from The Boys. So like the entrance to Vought, where it's got like the 7.
Like in the stone.
Yeah, that was there, which was quite cool. The Ecto 1 car was there, but that's been there a few times.
The Cantina bar in itself.
It was one giant prop.
There's one big set/actual bar, which is, you can tell they've put a lot of effort into it and they've done a fantastic job with that.
There was the key from the Goonies.
Yep, a giant version of the key.
Oh, there was a creepy little boy that apparently was at Birmingham.
Yeah, it was.
But I only noticed him this time around. No. That episode of Doctor Who from World War II still gives me nightmares now. I hated it.
Oh, one part as well that we stopped to watch at one point was outside. So they have wrestling rings at all the events.
Oh, yeah.
The wrestling ring this time was outside, and safe to say it was actually very entertaining.
Yeah, it was.
It was really funny.
The guy who was MCing, I think his name was Sebastian. I don't know if that's his real name or not, but he was hilarious.
Normally we don't stop to see them, and this time we thought we'll actually stand 5 minutes, so it ended up being about 15 minutes of watching them do like a Royal Rumble style game. But yeah, that was really funny, really fun to watch as well.
Yeah.
So I'd recommend going to watch that if you do plan on going to Comicon at any point, because they do have them at all the major events. We also found out that there's another convention at the same time, on the same date, which is MegaCon. We did Monopoly for these 2 days. Next year, if they are on the same dates again, we might be doing 1 day at the Monopoly events and then 1 day at the MegaCon. So obviously that's what we want to be able to cover, as many different conventions as possible. It just turns out that Monopoly runs a lot of the main big ones. Obviously apart from MCM.
Because you can do the Manchester Comicon in 1 day. So usually, like I've said before, for Liverpool and Birmingham, I'd recommend getting the weekend ticket because it's better value for your money. So you can, the bigger events, like you
need that time.
You need the 2 days to sort of like, I don't know, 1 day do your photos and autographs, 1 day just do the whole casual walk around, whatever you want to do. But this time around, I reckon you could do it all in 1 day quite easily. But again, it's up to yourselves if you wanted to do the 2 days.
It's also going to depend as well if you do plan on seeing an actor, or
depending on what day they're on.
Yeah, you might have to obviously work it around that. Or you can still have fun from both days. It's not like we've not had fun the entire time. It's been a fantastic experience. I mean, for me personally, I'd probably say a 9.5 out of 10. My only downside was just the cost of drinks. That's all I can complain about.
I don't specifically know if that's Monopoly or not this time around. The drinks were quite expensive, but again, I can sort of get over that. I just next time budget more for drinking, because like at least I know now it's £7 for a pint of whatever. My only downside was the crowds, just how claustrophobic it came at one point, and there was a point where like everyone was walking into each other because there was nowhere else to go. But that's my own personal issue. I don't think it affected a lot of people.
No. No, people wouldn't turn up if it affected them.
Yeah. But like, at least I know now for next time what to do. Yeah, but I'd also give it a 9.5 out of 10. Just the crowds just needs more space. But hopefully they'll be fixing that at some point.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's it.
Day 1 overall, fantastic. Next year we'll be doing it hopefully in the 2 days like Curtis has said.
Yeah.
So we'll do 1 day MegaCon, 1 day Manchester, depending on what weekend it's on.
I would, however, prefer if you want to split up the weekends, then that gives us an excuse to take 2 weeks off.
Yeah. We will be we are hoping to return to the BEC again this year for the love of horror.
Yeah.
Because apparently that is one spectacular event where everyone goes all out. So I will try and get us tickets for that as well.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't love a bit of horror? We don't, but I do like Halloween. It's weird. Yeah, so I think that sums up day 1, really. Thanks for watching. If you've watched all the way through, please like, share and subscribe. Would be much appreciated. And stay tuned for Sunday for day 2.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.